All up in here. All up in here.
Okay, all right. So Devin, so what was your experience? How did you come into DME, first of all?
I came into DME because it was introduced to our church, New Dimensions Christian Center, and one day my aunt said, "Hey, Devin, I want you to come up to this video class with me and let's check it out." I was like, okay, it sounds interesting. So we went up there and we checked it out. And I've been here ever since.
And what was that experience like when you got there, and what were you doing, by the way? What was happening in that class?
Well, basically we were learning how to make video into something that looks more professional, and just I didn't know it was that simple to do. It looked simple and interesting, and just to create your own. You could create your own music video, you could create your own, family video, own commercial, and I guess it just drew an interest. So it fascinated me.
So why did you continue doing it?
I continued doing it because I started working for my church, and I started seeing the blessing I was able to use. Mr. John, he kept teaching us about this one scripture about how God gives us talents, and we can either use those talents and multiply them, or we can be like that one servant who buried his talent and God took the talent away from him. And I didn't want that talent to be taken away from me. I wanted to be able to use it, to multiply it, and use it to give God the glory. So I started using it through my church, and I just kept using it. I was able to start teaching others, and it just became something I enjoyed doing. And I still enjoy doing. I see my brothers editing and producing, and even to be here where I'm at today, at a television station, I never saw myself doing this. But God used that one little talent that I chose not to bury, but I chose to use it to glorify God, and He's put me in an area that I never thought I would be at today.
And so, DME, so you stuck with DME, and things started to, how did it work there?
Well, I continued with DME because really DME became my second family away from home. It was a place I could come and laugh and learn new things, and just, we're in this environment of creativity. So it's like we're each kind of, throwing back creative ideas, and it's like instead of just talking, we were able to produce this creativity and bring it into reality. It came alive. And so, I stuck with DME, and I was able to bless young girls and teach them media. I was able to bless young people in my church, or people even my same age, and teach them media. And to where now we're seeing outstanding youth shows that are reaching lives and touching them and being able to air them to reach this young generation, or helping my parents with their businesses, or it's just, I guess it's almost like in a way it's almost like I don't know, it's like a drug, I guess you can say. And it's like it's something that I continue doing. It's a hunger. I don't want to just keep this to myself. I want to be able to bless others and see them grow and see God use the creativity and help them to create things so they can bring other individuals and see, hey, you can do something, you can do this, and you can create this. So it's like all those dreams that you dream about but you never think is in your grasp, well, those dreams become reality.
And so you stuck with DME, and then what happened? You got a job, now you got married, or what was the progression there?
Well, I stuck with DME, and today, I look at myself. I'm working at the Christian Television Network. I've been here going on about 5 years, and I have 2 beautiful girls. I'm married, and then I'm still at DME, and I get to help produce great youth shows and to just see God get the glory for that. And sometimes I sit down and I think, I'm like, whoa, You know, I could have never gotten where I'm at if I wasn't humbled and I listened to God. And not only that, you know, took that one seat when my aunt said, hey, let's go up to this video class, this DME class, and check out and see what they're learning. If I would have never said okay and accepted that door, I probably would never be where I'm at today and got to witness and got to go through the different conferences and got to meet so many different people and touch so many different lives. If I would have never said no, if I would have never said yes to that, I would have never gotten to experience what I'm experiencing now.
So is it a good thing?
Oh, it's an awesome thing. I recommend anyone do it.
You good. All right.